Computer. Live producer. Doom, 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 doom.
Hey, quick question. Did Germany end up coming back and winning? Because they were down 1-0 at half.
No, they lost 1-0 to North Macedonia.
Wow.
Yep. That's and here's what's funny is yesterday's games and most of today's games were, I mean, unless you're a fan of Belgium, who won 8-0 against Belarus, which I mean, Belgium is good. Theoretically, they're ranked number 1 in the world, but Belarus doesn't suck. They have teams in the Champions League. So they have top level players. Now, who was available, I don't know, but getting beat 8-0 in a World Cup qualifier is, well, that's embarrassing. Hey, everybody, I love it when you catch us in the middle. We were just having a little talk about European World Cup qualifiers, which is either incredibly important to you or I just said something that you don't understand. This is the Evan and Aaron show. It's Wednesday at 8 o'clock. As Evan said earlier, if you caught his staticky performance, not once, but twice.
Technical difficulties, brother. That's just what happens.
It is. That's just what happens. It's live. It's live internet. Yeah. So, and if you're catching this after the fact, you missed the actual fun. It's Wednesday night at 8, as Evan said earlier. We'll be switching back to 7 o'clock, which is probably better for some of you, although maybe 8 o'clock was better for some of you.
I never know. Hit us up. Let us know.
Yeah, let us know which is the best time, because I know Troy would love us to do a Friday night show, and I have a feeling we're going to do one live and remote from the back room of Chatham Tat Fishers before too long. I'm getting my shot. Everybody's getting shots. I think
second shot on Saturday, baby.
Here's the best part. Get your shots so you can get some shots. That's what I'm talking about.
Wow.
Wednesday night, Evan
Can I put that on the t-shirt?
Yes.
Dude, you got to put that on t-shirt, brother.
Yeah.
I'm going to do that a t-shirt.
Shit. We're going to spend the next hour and a half talking, and somebody's going to copyright that.
Okay, guys, we'll see you. See you next week. Bye.
I'm Aaron. That's Evan. Evan's rocking the Cincinnati Reds hat because it's the day before opening day. And as with every season, we are at least near the top of the division alphabetically. So,
yes.
Hopefully the Redlegs can start it off just right against the evil St. Louis Cardinals. I loved them as a kid. I
was on the Cardinals when I played Little League. Every time I wanted to be on.
I was on a Cardinals Little League team too. But I mean, they had Ozzie Smith, they had Vince Coleman, Willie McGee, Chris Herr, Joaquin Andujar as the crazy relief pitcher. I mean, it was just a wonderful, wonderful baseball team watch. And then they just turned into a shitty organization. Did that coincide with Tony La Russa showing up, or is that just
yes?
Okay.
Yes, it did. Yep. Yep.
You got to check these things, kids. We've got some interesting stuff to talk about. It's been a crazy week, and this one runs the gamut. And I think we want to go deep on the Derek Chauvin trial. So I think we can get a couple smaller things out of the way here, because I'm not sure really how truly newsworthy it is, but this is the culture that we live in. So Lil Nas X, rapper extraordinaire, I don't know, openly gay rapper for sure, has released a song. It's his name. I've done my background. It's called Montero. It's his name. Is it a good video? I suppose if you like his style of music, it's an incredibly overproduced, overstylized, visually stimulating video. And I'm not sure. I mean, it's meant to be shocking. I mean, the song is absolutely meant to offend the people who immediately got offended by it. And he is doing it in response to them. You say I'm going to hell, watch my ass twerk to hell.
Like literally slide down the pole, brother. Slide down the pole.
Honestly, I watched that video and I thought, this would shock me if I hadn't spent the last 20 years watching women do the exact same thing. It's only shocking if his appearance and his sexuality bother you. Otherwise, it's like the one thing that I kept noticing is that Satan looks completely disinterested. He doesn't look like he's having a good time, which makes me think Lil Nas X just can't dance. He just can't. He can't pop that man pussy. He can't make it bounce. Now, come on.
Wait a minute.
He must not be doing something right. Because Satan even just kind of like lazily like puts his hands on his hips and brings him in. Like, that is not like nothing about that.
What?
Do you think I've spent a
we
little too much time apparently thinking about this, or I need a good distraction in my life right now? But I mean, and then the second part of it is that he has a collaboration with an artistic group called Mischief. I believe they're out of New York. I'm not quite sure.
Yes.
Yeah. They don't believe in vowels. And
I'm sorry, I'm still tripping over the last 2 minutes. I'm sorry, man. Go ahead.
They took an Air Max 97 and sort of repurposed it. Now, Nike has, distanced themselves from this, as you would, although I don't quite recall them distancing themselves when Drake and Mischief did a collab and there was a cross on it. But then again, Christ's blood was not in the sole of the shoe. And apparently the Mischief makers have really, really given flesh and blood for this project. There's a drop of human blood in the soles of these shoes. They're $666. Or no, I'm sorry. There's a limited edition of 666 pairs. Fantastic. Yep. They cost $1,018, which I thought math meant 666 times 2, but it doesn't. So I have no idea why they arrived at that not very round figure. Evan, much ado about nothing, or is he the next coming of the Antichrist? There's no in between. There's no in between.
There's no in between. There's no in between. Here's what I think. This is just my take on it. Lil Nas X he's an artist. He's a performer. He is he does things because that's him. That's his MO. That's his style. People were in an uproar with Just Like a Prayer, mainly because, and you can't convince me otherwise, mainly because Madonna kissed a black man.
Yes. I think that was
don't fight me on this.
No, I think it's every bit the controversy of it.
Okay.
Because she uses religious imagery in it, which I think that's why people were told about it. But they were told, hey, religious person, this Catholic girl kisses a black Jesus and brings
black Jesus.
Isn't that it? He's a statue on the cross.
So
it's a black statue. It's a black cross hanging, or a black man on a cross, and then she kisses him, and he comes to life.
Yeah.
Does that make her Mary Magdalene in this?
Right, possibly, but John, you're going.
Yeah.
Yes, Mary Magdalene, supposedly yes, but John's going to my next one. Okay, there was Madonna. Then you had Marilyn Manson. Okay, who was actually a PK. Okay, guy's preacher's kid.
Yep,
and totally was the Antichrist with everything about the Antichrist. But the song "The Beautiful People" was spot on.
Yeah.
Spot on. And I think the church got in an uproar because he called this shit out. Which makes me, and I totally 100% agree with you, my friend, makes me believe that what's happening, the backlash with Lil Nas X, I have people that I love, and I know that they may see this and might be like, oh my God. But, we use the excuse, oh, well, there's a pentagram on the shoe and there's actually blood in the soul. And it's, the devil, him having sex with the devil. Okay. What he's really saying with this video is exactly what, well, no, but what we're saying is exactly the same. What he's saying with this video is he's like, okay, well, you say that I have no place in this world, that I'm not judged, that I won't be judged for who okay, that's fine. I'll just go straight to hell then.
Yeah.
And I'll make sure you see it. And I love what Io said. He's a professional troller. He will get savage on your ass. Have
you seen
will.
him? Have you seen what he's done on Twitter?
Oh my! Who did he destroy?
Governor Kristi Noem of what?
Yes,
Utah?
Noem. Yes.
Yeah, he totally sat her down. But the
Oh my
best
God.
part was that multiple people came at him, and then there was kind of a break in it, and he goes, "Folks, I've had 9 months to prepare for this drop. You're not gonna win." And I'm like, you know what? When you know, that's Jordan leaving the hand in the air. That's LeBron walking back across midcourt, man. It is the real deal.
Yeah. Yep. So I'm saying that it's not, in my opinion, it's art. You're not going to like it if you don't like it, and you're going to love it if you do. I mean, that's just the way it is.
Well, I think, and to tie it into another thing, Candace Owens, goes on to, she uses him, and I think, Cardi B and some other people, and they're like, oh, black culture is going to hell and all this stuff. And I'm like, if I just took Christina Aguilera and, Bruce Willis and, I don't even know. Maybe David Duchovny from Californication. And if you just said these characters that these artists are embodying, whether it's music, straight up art, videos, movies, what have you, I mean, couldn't you just as easily say that? And I'm sure they do, because I remember the controversy about The Last Temptation of Christ.
Oh yeah. Oh my
80s.
God.
And I remembered seeing an interview, and people are like, oh, it's totally blasphemous. It's totally a misrepresentation of Jesus's life. It's this, it's that. No one should be allowed to see this. And the reporter goes, so have you seen the movie? And the person said, no, but I heard.
There you go.
I heard that Jesus might have sex. He was 33. Mary's the supposed virgin here. As Chris Rock said, Jesus got down.
Well,
by the way, let's throw this into the mix. Jesus might have got down with 12 dudes.
Well, okay. Yeah. Hey.
Last Temptation, he was thirsty.
One of my favorite stories biblically, one of my favorite Bible stories is when Jesus, supposedly resurrected from the dead, and he came back. The first thing he wanted to do was to go fishing and eat with his boys. That was the first thing. He didn't want to be like, oh, well, I need to tell the masses. He's like, no, homie, let's get something to eat. Dang, let's go to Waffle House or something like that. And what kills me about this controversy, absolutely kills me about this controversy, is that Republicans latch on to just about anything to divert from the burning house in which the Republican Party is. And they, they will continue to just push this. They'll continue to say, that America is burning and that it's going to go to hell. And I got a request for you, my friend. Like, we've got to come up with a different name for Candace Owens. Like, literally, I can't drink and hear her name without like getting physically ill. So, can we call her? I don't know what we can call her. Maybe we can,
what?
Can we just call her asshole? I mean,
correct me if I'm about to use a phrase inappropriately, but what is a black Karen? Because that's what Candace Owens is. She's the woman who asks for your manager. She's a woman who calls, but I mean, Candace Owens is a black Karen. And I don't want to say black Karen because all of a sudden that just doesn't sound great coming out of my mouth. But that's what she is to me.
Well, here's what you can do. Here's what we can call her. A black Karen is motherfucking Karen. There you go. That's what it is. So anytime you want to say Candace Owens, just say, hey, Evan, can you say, CO's name?
You see this motherfucking Karen over here? All right.
Yeah, exactly. That's what it is.
Okay.
That's what, because
I'm hip.
My God, man. Oh my God. I can't stand that woman. And I'm sorry. I am, and you guys know, I watch this show, or I'm on the show. You guys have watched it for almost a year now, right? Over. Did we? What episode is this?
This is
No, not yet.
This is episode 51. We started.
Oh,
yeah, we started about 6 weeks into the pandemic.
dang!
Yeah,
you guys have been watching us for almost a year, and number one,
next week will be
we're
52
great
shows, and
Wow.
we skipped 1 week. We had 1 week where you were out on vacation.
I was out,
and
Yep.
I did about 7 minutes and went, this show doesn't work with one person.
That counts.
I needed Amy off camera shouting topics to me. That's not right. That's absolutely not right.
That is awesome, dude. But seriously, we are some of the greatest allies in the world. But I just, there are some people that makes the hair on the back of your neck just stand up. But she has sold her soul, and in selling her soul, she has traded in like Black America. She's traded Black America in for money, and that pisses me off.
What I find kind of ridiculous is first off, I believe she knows better. I believe most people who are these types of mouthpieces on Fox know better, and it is worth the money to them to sell their soul. But motherfucking Karen.
Hey, well done. Well done.
Speaks about the Black community as a monolith, the very thing that's the antithesis of, and I read Michael Harriot a lot on The Root, and if you haven't found The Root, folks, get at it, because they got some good shit. And Michael Harriot is the kind of guy that he'll write an article and he'll say, fucking white people, man. And of course, people will respond and be like, man, that's it's fucking racist. And he basically, he's always got an asterisk. And he's like, when I say that, I clearly don't mean all, but I'm not going to type all. And I'm not going to type some. I'm going to say fucking white people, because y'all say fucking Black people. And how does it feel? Because here's the thing.
Damn, that was nice.
If you ain't one of them, I'm not talking about you. That's why I don't worry about when people say shit like that, like white people do this, white people do that. I casually go, nope, I don't do that. You're not talking about me.
And then you're in a position to say, well, yeah, fuck yeah, some white people do.
Yeah,
damn.
Some white people do that shit. Yes, some Black people do that shit. There's a fucking ton of fantastic things and interesting differences to glean from our cultures. But I mean,
damn, man,
I bet there are people who think who would discount her and say Candace Owens isn't Black, which would be a shitty thing to say. But she is a bit of a race traitor.
All I'm gonna say is
I said that.
I wish I wish Dave Chappelle would do the racial draft too, because the Black delegation would we'd be trading. We'd be trading her.
The problem is Fox News would have to look at which blonde they needed to get rid of in order to keep her. She's not going to the Asians ain't drafting her. They're not trading.
No,
they're not trading.
Hell no. Man, I tell you, it has been a busy week, man. One of the things that really shocked me this week is just the continued narrative that is being pushed, especially among those who are, and I'm going to say it nicely, Trump sympathizers, as far as this COVID vaccine goes. We are doing things so far ahead of schedule, and I'm sorry, you have to look, whether you like him or not, whether you think that he's good for the office right now or not. You have to look at the steady, I did not say dynamic, but the steady leadership that is now in place, making these things possible.
We didn't elect him to be Barack Obama. We elected him to be the Joe Biden that was Joe Biden for Barack Obama, this steady rock who, I mean, you can complain about incrementalism, And that's a valid argument. But Joe Biden is not here to like throw out 25 progressive ideas and advance us into the future.
No.
He is here to steady a ship that has been rocking on tossed waters for the last 4 years, because people who say government sucks got elected and set out to point out that government sucks, you know?
Yeah.
If I said, hey, Evan, painting houses is shitty, why don't you hire me? And I come over and I do a shitty job. I kind of sabotaged it, didn't I? Didn't I kind of like, wasn't that sort of self-fulfilling? You know, if I said, hey, I fucking suck at this.
Yeah.
You know?
Hey, I'll do it though.
I really hate painting. Hire me. We shouldn't have a Department of Energy. Once I fail to be president, make me head of the Department of Energy.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so I just wanted to say that about the COVID effort now, yes. Man. It's so refreshing.
It's been amazing.
It's refreshing to see it, man. I do want to go back though, if we can go back, because Io makes a really good point. He has a theory. So he has a theory on Candace Owens. I think growing up, Owens and people like her were the type that grew up being made fun of for speaking proper, never really fit in with Black people. And when she got older, she gained acceptance with white conservatives. And even though she felt it was wrong, for once she felt accepted, even though they accepted her for all the wrong reasons. And now she's too far gone to turn back. Here's what I'll say to that, Io. I do agree with you, because I was one of those people. I really was. I mean, in my experience, I was one of those folk, man. Motherfucking heaven. I was one of those folk. I was like, you know what? Made fun of because I spoke proper and stuff like that. However, I didn't drink the Kool-Aid as much as she did. Mm-hmm. I finally figured my shit out. And I was like, wait a minute. Why am I thinking that I need to be this in order to be accepted? Yeah. Fuck that shit. Well, I'm just going to be who I am. And whoever accepts me, accepts me. That takes a certain level of emotional intelligence that you have to develop over time. Mm-hmm. And what that tells me, and I think you're onto something, Candace Owens, very intelligent. But what you do with that intelligence matters. Mm-hmm. If you don't allow intelligence to convert to wisdom, it's just intelligence. Mm-hmm. That's all it is. And that's what I see Candace Owens as, an intelligent, stunted, and emotionally adult.
She doesn't make terribly insightful critiques, because there are, as there are of any ethnic community, there are critiques to be made, but she doesn't do it in a way that's profound. She doesn't really go much beyond saying the word thug, because she understands what that means to the audience that's watching her. But I want to go back to your point, about, speaking and being, feeling you do or don't fit in. That's like second and third level racism. And what I mean by that is, there's the racism that says, I'm a white person, you're a Black person, and therefore you are just lesser than just because. And then that gets internalized, and people begin thinking, I should behave more like a white person if I want to be accepted, because that's how the world works. And I think that's a broad stroke statement, because that means an awful lot of things, not just being good at school or speaking well, but things that interest you. Got to help a young Black kid who likes country music,
Oh man.
And then so that person begins to act differently. And then the next level is people saying, you're not being true to yourself. Well, what's being true to oneself? So I have to, if I'm educating myself in school, I go to school every day, and I can speak the slang with the boys in the hood, but that's not how I talk, and let me say, I say that I can probably, well, as long as it's a group of Black people my age and we all have the same references, I'm going to get slang. I was, a white dude very, very much into Black culture as a youth. It just enthralled me, and I never felt like I was stepping into what's the word? It starts with an A.
Assimilation.
No. When you sort of adopt the identity of another culture. Appropriation. Thank you.
Yeah.
I don't think I did, but that's not for me to judge. That's not for me to truly know. And the fact of the matter is, though, I revered it. You know, I didn't treat it as something exotic. I thought this appeals to me. I don't know why, but this appeals to me more than other things. And I'm not doing this to stand out. I'm doing it because I'd rather listen to NWA than Hall & Oates.
Yep.
And I think there's a huge difference in you know, how that applies. So when a young Black man decides, hey, you know what, I do want to aspire, and I do live in maybe a ghetto, or at least an urban area that's looked down upon by other communities. And maybe I don't want to escape. Maybe what I want to do is go somewhere and then reach back into this community and help it. Maybe I want to do something like that. And for you to mock me because I want to get straight A's in math and English is, you know, second and third level racism. That's internalizing what someone else does to you and then projecting that onto your own community in order to conform.
You know, sometimes I think that the reason why that happens, and I'm not trying to defend anyone. I'm not trying to defend the Black community, but I am trying to defend the Black community, because I think that the reason why that happens is because we recognize that we have to be so tight knit in order to just survive.
Yes.
That the unfortunate thing, at least in my generation, the unfortunate thing is that we just didn't have to, we just didn't ask enough questions of each other. I think that we made a lot of assumptions. And once again, I'm not speaking for all Black folks. I'm just speaking to my experience. But I believe that the reason why that happened is because we had to, you know, we had to have a sense of that we had our own backs, and anybody that at that time was different, you know, I'm not sure that you could be sure you could trust them. Like would I think some of the questions, you know, that we were maybe unconsciously asking is, would that person become like a Candace Owens? Would that person actually sell their people down the river? You know what I mean? And so I think that could speak to part of that. Like I said, I have no basis for that. It's just what's in here, just what I'm feeling. But I think that is the reason why that phenomenon happens. Now, I think today, bringing it full circle, I think that with media, you know, you remember the movie Moonlight. You know, I think that brought out in the open that yes, being Black and being gay is okay, and it's a thing, and it's part of being accepted.
I haven't seen it. I'm sorry.
I'm not going to get on you for that, man. But it's
phenomenal. I've heard it's amazing. Is it? Who's in it?
Mahershala Ali. Oh, help me out, guys. Oh, who was?
You had me at Mahershala Ali. The dude's an amazing.
Yeah. I mean, it was amazing, absolutely amazing. And so, you know, movies like that, and then, you know, Lil Nas X, and you know, more and more people coming out and saying, look, what that speaks to is that theory of the monolith. It breaks that bond. It makes people see Black people as individuals as opposed to a monolith. And so, you know, that's why deep down in here, I understand it now. You know, it hurt at the time, sure, but now I'm like, no, I get it. Because once again, I'm the opposite of Candace Owens. I'm like, look, I would have doubted me too. I'd have been like, what are you in this for? And so I think that once we realize the fact that, you know, that we're not this one population, I think that would be, you know, that's the key.
Yep, I
That's
agree.
so. It is halftime, my friend, and I'm just gonna defer to you. I said it last week, so brother, what do you got for us, man?
I'm gonna try to keep it together through this one. I know I drink Fireball most weeks, but this week's Fireball is too a real Fireball. I lost my mom this week, came out of nowhere, and it's been tough. If you ever met that lady, you know she was a badass. She was a real one. She loved fiercely. If you met her and it was a good meeting, then you're forever welcome in her home, in her heart, and as a friend. And if you had a bad meeting, you probably have a scar, or you're never doing what you were doing at that time again. I can guarantee you. She was awesome, and she is going to be missed. I love my mom, and here's to Jackie. Sláinte.
Sláinte, my friend.
Oh, fuck. All right, man.
Yep.
So a trial started this week, and calling appropriation would be Miley Cyrus circa 2013. You know, IO, you're absolutely right. But God damn it, she's hot, so I'm gonna give her a pass. I'm exercising my white privilege on that one. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. She absolutely was appropriating culture. Wait, sticking out your tongue is a black thing?
You had me looking, man. I was like, who said that?
What? So there's a trial that has begun this week, and you know, this is one of those situations where you're like, all right, I'm glad we live in America and there is a judicial process and a way for things to go. But God damn, if there's ever an incident where you're like, wait a second, the people who were entrusted to perform one part of this, you know, enforcement and prosecution and judgment of people was done by one person. He was abetted by another 3 or 4, and everybody saw it. So it makes you wonder, why do we need a trial for this guy? We have it on film as one of the oh shit, witnesses. Thank you. I'm sorry, folks. I'm struggling for words at times.
I got you, man. That's what I'm here for.
One of the witnesses was asked. The defense attorney said, you know, it turns out a lot of people's memories, you know, it's possible people don't remember things exactly the way they happened. And her response was, that's right. And that's why it's great we've got it on video. And you know what? I'm not sure how anybody can watch this tape and say this man isn't guilty of something. Now, I think he's guilty of murder. If you want to say it's manslaughter, you want to talk about all these different degrees of things and the mitigating circumstances. Did George Floyd eat a bunch of fentanyl so he wouldn't be caught with it? Yada, yada, yada. I think that's bullshit. He was already caught and they'd already found the pills. So I don't think he did anything more. Maybe he did. I don't know. And that still doesn't justify 8 minutes and 42 seconds of a knee on a man's neck. And I did not know the situation of the firefighter, or I'm sorry, the dispatch officer who was watching it on closed circuit. And she testified that she thought her monitor had frozen because of how long they just sat there and no one moved. And if you don't notice any of the bystanders or
literally, you just froze.
Oh no. Hopefully, well, so did you. So let's see who comes back first. Ding, ding, ding. I'm not going to cut the feed though. We're going to keep this shit going. Is Evan here? Somebody needs to weigh in. I need a response. Io, throw me in here. Which of us can't? Well, if you can't hear me, Evan still going? Oh no. Who's gone? Evan's gone. We've lost Evan. All right, I'm going to text Evan. Let me see if he can get back. Oh, you're back. You're back. Evan's back.
It was a Minneapolis PD. It was a Minneapolis PD. That's what happened, man. That's exactly what happened.
All right, right. I appreciate that. This is what's awesome about this being kind of real time and you guys tuning in. God bless you all, or Satan bless you all if you're Lil Nas X fans.
Satan shoes.
Yeah, Satan shoes. Thank you so much for just tuning in, because honestly, you're just listening to two dudes jabbering away. Like we would be in the bar, and you guys are just kind of occasionally like, hey, talk about this. And I love it. Yeah. It just couldn't be any better. And honestly, I can't wait until we can all just get together, but I also can't wait until we can do like this remotely, and we can just individually bring like one of you guys on for 5 minutes at a time, or gals, my bad. Or non-gendered, anybody is able to come on, and I'm going to give you 5 minutes, and you get 5 minutes to say, this is some shit I think.
A diatribe.
And we are there to listen, and then we will either very intellectually discuss what you had to say, or we will eviscerate you and buy you a shot.
Hey, I think this is a great time to talk about the possible concept that we had talked about.
Yes, absolutely. Let's throw it out to the fans and friends and family and anybody else who might be watching.
Here we go. And as a matter of fact, before I do this, look at this, man.
It is, John. It's absolutely how it would go in person. Okay, of course, the black man brings out something bigger and embarrasses the guy.
Wow. You know what? Hey, genetics. Anyway, here's what's going to go down.
No one wants to be in the locker room with Evan.
Hey, man, can you hand me the soap all the way over there? Here's what's going to go down.
It'd be better than the last time I went to the gym, which was about some 70-year-old like wrinkly stuff. Just I thought a sea lion was walking at me, and instead it was an old man walking away from me.
You sure that wasn't the Chatham Tap back?
You are all welcome for that visual. Aaron might be on one tonight. I'm just saying.
Okay. So here's the deal. We have tossed this around, and we are seriously considering doing a show, like a live show in the back room of our favorite watering hole, and just having people there and us just conversing. We're going to do the live thing for people who can't make it, but just literally a pub hangout.
Yes.
To where Aaron and I just shoot shit, and we talk about stuff, and you guys interact with us. You can talk. The concept of the 5-minute diatribe, where you just get up and just speak your piece. That's the type of stuff we're talking about, guys, and we're really excited about that piece a lot. So be thinking about that. Once again, we are very COVID conscious. We know that this isn't going to happen like in the immediate future, but hopefully sometime down the road, this is kind of the place where we want to go.
With the vaccine being available, and I know a lot of people already have it. I know I'm scheduled for next week to get it. So I'd like to think in the next, maybe 6 weeks, this is doable.
Wow.
I think it's really possible. Maybe sooner, depending if some people already have the vax. Maybe a little bit later, but yes, it will be 5 minutes of infamy. Or we might call it 7 minutes in heaven, just for the hell of it.
Oh, I like
the 5 minutes. When was the last time anybody played 7 minutes in heaven?
I like the infamy, though. I
do like 5 minutes of infamy. What I like is I think there's some different ways to go too. I think we could do like rapid fire question session on people.
Yes.
Right. And I also think we've also got another idea of maybe doing some on the side videos where we just pick a single topic and kind of run it down for 10 minutes and then throw it out there to you guys and get a little feedback. And then that can be something that we come back to. So we're trying to, hey, we're repping the brand. We're getting it out there. It's the best pub chat show on the net. Is there anything more to say about the Derek Chauvin trial other than he's
I just wanted to, I wanted to go back to that.
Let's get into it then, man. I think you've had a chance and an opportunity to watch more of it this week. I apologize. I've not had a lot of time for TV in the last few days.
Understandable.
But Io, that's fine. Just I get to respond.
Hey, you know what? That's
It's all
your
good.
infamy.
It's all good.
Yeah.
I mean, Rudy sucks ass. But
Let
yes,
me. Yeah.
you've had a chance to see more of it. What's been your biggest takeaway thus far?
My biggest takeaway is the defense counsel, their opening statements. If there was a red card that you could give in the court of law, their opening statements needed to have a red card. And here's why. Is because their entire argument during that opening statement was the fact that because civilians are able to keep police accountable by filming them, that was the reason that they were not able to respond to George Floyd before he died, was because people were recording and the crowd was getting hostile. If you watch the video, the crowd wasn't getting hostile. They were saying, "Get the fuck off of this guy's neck." Yeah. He is
no one went toward him.
He literally is unconscious.
No one was hostile in the sense of being aggressive. And I have looked at this situation, and this isn't one of those, man, if I was there, I'd fucking do this shit. But if I was standing there, I feel like I'd like to think I'm going to take one for the team because I'm the white guy here. And I'm going to tackle this dude off this guy's neck. And I'm going to catch a beat down. I'm probably going to get tased, and I'm going to go to jail for assaulting a cop. But I think this man might be dying. And this is not a judgment on anybody there. And I don't know if I would have done it. I don't know.
Right.
But that is what was crossing all these people's minds. And I mean, the guy who's the mixed martial artist, dude, I mean, he was so composed when they were really, really trying to push him on shit. And he's like, I got you. I've been coached. I got this.
But I do want to say something about your statement, man. If you did that, like literally every Wednesday night, I would pick either, John or Io, and we'd be on here. We'd be like, shots at Aaron while he's in jail.
Yeah. I was going to say, I hope you come visit. And what's
Absolutely
nice, what's nice is I'd like to think I'd be protected from the Aryan Nation by the brothers while I was serving out.
That bros be like, we got you, man. We got you. We saw what you did. What you did.
I appreciate that, large man.
So, with that being said, my friend, I have chosen a special, very special favorite part of my show, or favorite part of the show. The Hey Aaron segment. I have chosen this for you, my friend, because shots. And because I think you need this. Okay. And so, ladies and gentlemen, this is once again an interactive.
Oh yeah, get in.
Hey Aaron segment.
Get in. That's how we do.
Interactive Hey Aaron segment. And so let me go ahead and share this screen, and you guys will freak out at what you're about to see, because I think the Sons of Anarchy succession plan. Yes. Oh my God. That's awesome. That is awesome, John. This is it, man. I'm going to go ahead and share the sound, even though it's not a video clip. Or wait, no, let me not do that. It's not a video clip. Okay. Aaron, you're going to name the beer based on the beer label, my friend. That's what you're going to do. Okay. Can you see my screen right now?
Hold on. I can. Give me 1 second. I need to do something real quick.
Yeah, no problem. I like this right here. Lil Nas X, the devil, and then the cowboy. That's hilarious. Anyway. Oh yeah, actually, happy Trans Visibility Day to all our friends out there.
Yeah, I did want to throw that out. In light of all this anti-trans legislation, that's going on. It was amazing to see once again, and I keep saying, Joe Biden isn't out there to be pushing, the envelope and trying to do things, but here he is directing his White House to say that we recognize this, we're overturning this dumb bullshit the Trump administration did. So
yes,
folks, maybe he's as liberal and progressive as we need him to be right now.
Once again, very refreshing.
I'm going to say this.
Yeah.
And I try to look into things. I'm going to be straight up, folks. I know what the word means, but transgender and gender issues and sexuality is biology is a very complex thing. It is not as simple as there's an X and Y chromosome and you're male or female. It's not as simple as what we were taught in 6th grade science class. And I'm not going to pretend I fully understand it, but you don't need to understand the science to recognize that another human being deserves dignity, to be treated as a human being. And I'll take that a step further. I'm not a religious person, but if you are, God created that person. God created that person just like they created everybody else on the planet. And whether you view it as something to, if you view it as a disorder, does that mean you treat mentally handicapped people like shit? And I am not making that comparison. Other people do, but I'm saying, even if that's how you feel about it, you're saying they don't deserve dignity. They don't deserve to be treated as a human being. And I think having that opinion is pretty shitty in the first place, but I'm appealing to you on that level. I think you're wrong. I think they're not, it's not wrong. It's not some sort of failure of biology or the natural order of things, because it's been around for a long fucking time. And much like Will Smith said about racism, it's not new. We're just filming it. It exists. It's a thing. We know it is now. And we know it's an exact percentage of people. It's normal. Just because it's not the majority doesn't mean it isn't normal. This is normal. Yep. And whether you understand it or not, shouldn't have any impact on you treating them as a human being. So to deny them health care?
Arkansas.
That's unconscionable. We can sports. I've got an opinion on it, but I understand how that divides people. But there's a conversation to be had, not just across the board. Transgender girls aren't allowed to participate in things.
Right.
That this is such a neat, and this right here is a microcosm of the GOP. Their inability to have a nuanced conversation, to talk about things on the multiple levels that they really are, and intersectionality and how it applies to our culture and what we can do. Instead of saying there's a solution to what may or may not be a problem, they immediately just say, let's not do this. Let's ignore it. Let's outlaw it.
Yep.
Talk about cancel culture.
Once again, they're not looking at science on this. They ignore science when it comes to this thing.
Yeah.
And, and they just go with, and I hate to say this, but they just go with the typical evangelical explanation of this whole thing. Anyway,
Troy, that is a perfectly legitimate,
that's legit
point of view. And I think if being transgender were able to be more mainstream, that people would talk about it, and that we understand that this is a thing that makes the most sense. Whether you were born what would appear to be a boy and identify as a girl, or vice versa, there should be a way to deal with this.
Yes.
And the fact that they just chose to punt, to just be like, nope, not dealing with this issue, it doesn't exist, outlaw it, is that's the anti-intellectualism that pervades that party.
You are dealing with a complex situation. This is an adaptive change that and we talk about, adaptive changes all the time. This is an adaptive change.
Yes.
And we're looking for a technical solution. We're saying, okay, technically this needs to happen and blah. We need to look at this adaptively, look at the science and say, okay, this is going to be an issue that we absolutely have to look at. We cannot not spend enough time on this issue. Because if we are truly going to be the land of the free, right? If we're going to be the land of the free, then everybody has to be free. It can't be you cannot put stipulation upon the way a person identifies who they are. You have to work through that shit. And some of the shit is harder to work through than others. It's very easy to understand that Black people are Black. It was only 100 years ago, less than 100 years ago, that Black people were seen as physically and mentally inferior, thanks to eugenics. We know better now. We know better now. And that didn't take anything. That didn't take any time. This issue will take time. It will take time because we have a scientific thing to look at rather than just a moral thing to look at. With Black people, it was all moral. The science was shit. It was just all moral. It was like, nah, we just don't want Black people there. Anyway, I could just start talking about this. Okay,
it's all good. Let's
just have some fun.
Yes,
let's have some fun, man.
Let's get down.
Let's have some fun. Here we go. All right. Only a true beer expert can name 14 out of 17.
14 out of 17. Okay.
That's what BuzzFeed says. So I'm just saying, I have not done this. So hopefully I won't screw this up. Okay, here we go. Name this beer.
Stella.
Yeah, very good, very good, very good. Next.
I'll let you just fill that in, sir.
All right. Oh, there. Oh, what? No, two ends, right? No.
Yeah.
Yes. There we go. Yes. 2 for 2. Here we go. Next.
Foster's?
Ooh, I didn't even think about that. Good call, dude. Good call. Good call. Ah, come on, man.
Heineken. And let me tell you this, folks. The taste of a Heineken out of the tap at any little side street, hole in the wall bar in Amsterdam is the best thing you've ever had in your entire life.
Are you serious, dude?
It is wonderful. It's already an easy drinking beer, but you know how much better a good quality beer is out of the tap, and it's brewed in Amsterdam. So they're basically just wheeling a keg across town. It is so good, Evan. I have on more than one occasion forgotten an evening in Amsterdam.
Wow. Okay. Well, we'll have to repeat that.
There may have been multiple things to contribute to it.
Here's the next one. We're going to get you out of this situation. Here's the next one, my friend.
Carlsberg.
What?
No, wait. Yeah, Carl. No.
Well, I have no idea, dude.
What's that say up top?
None.
Pabst Blue Ribbon. No,
what?
that's not a blue ribbon. I'm gonna take that back. I'm inverting colors.
Does anybody out there have Dos Equis? No. Ford? No. I don't think it's that, Troy. I have no idea. Do you have any?
All right, I need one more minute.
Okay. Oh, stop cheating. Stop cheating.
No, I'm not cheating. I like every comment we get. Damn it.
I have no idea.
Cronenborg.
I don't even know how to spell that.
Kronenenborg.
Oh, dude. Did you just seriously pull that out of your ass right now?
I did.
That's
I did.
Crazy.
I was, yeah.
Wow, that is impressive. Absolutely impressive. Here we go.
It's
Next
also
one.
shit, by the way.
Is it?
What the fuck? I don't know this one. Wait, there's a boat. Sagres.
Is this
Sagres, Sagres. It's Portuguese. That's a Portuguese man of war.
No. Sagres? No.
No? I did not cheat, Troy. I'm literally if you guys are following along, I'm liking your statements as we go. There's no way I'm doing I haven't touched the keyboards. There's no way I looked it up. Trust me. I knew it wasn't Carlsberg. I just couldn't remember what the fuck it was.
It's not.
I finally got there.
No. Oh, whoa,
that one? No, I don't think that one's Carlsberg. I honestly I thought the boat was a Portuguese man of war and it would be Sagres. So I really don't know this one. I'm gonna have to we're gonna say 14 out of 20.
So, yeah, 17.
17. Oh, I've only missed one so far. So
here we go. Let's do it. San Miguel.
I mean, I've seen it, but I don't know it. I'm not even sure I've ever had one. So
wow, that's crazy. That's crazy. Next. Oh, geez. Come on.
Is that was it Honey Brown? No.
I think this is right.
Is it Boddington?
Yeah. I think so. There we go.
Very good. I
knew that one.
I here's what's funny is I recognized the yellow arc. I didn't recognize the barrel with the bees on it.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, because usually when I'm sitting at the tap, I'm sitting right in front of the taps. Mm-hmm. And so I'm staring at them and I'm like, oh, okay, Boddington's. All right, here we go. Oh
shit. I know this label.
Anybody? Bueller.
I'm gonna be so pissed.
Oh, I got it. You want me to say it?
It's Amstel.
Yes.
Yeah. I freely admit that John and Io beat me to that one.
They got it.
I will also say this. It's hard to find Amstel in America. We get Amstel Light here, but as good as Heineken out of the tap is in Amsterdam, Amstel out of the tap is amazing because you know what Amstel is? Amstel is the river that runs north of Amsterdam that feeds all the canals. You are welcome.
Ooh.
You are all welcome for a little bit of Hey Aaron knowledge.
Thank you. Okay, next one. Well, we know it's Italian.
Yeah. Shit. I can see the.
I can't help you with this one, brother. What do you guys have out there? You guys got anything?
It's not Peroni because Peroni's a green label. I thought maybe. It's
Peroni.
Try Peroni.
You want to give it a shot?
Try Peroni.
Yes, good
Oh
call.
wow. Okay, it must be a green.
And John
bottle.
got it too.
Okay, good, good, John. It must be it's a green bottle, isn't it?
I have no idea.
Europeans go green bottle quite a bit. I think that's a green bottle one.
Okay. Next. Oh my God. Come on.
Yeah, I would say that's the Budweiser bow tie.
There we go. I'm glad they threw some
Budweiser. Budweiser.
Okay. Next. Okay.
Tecate.
Oh no. I was so wrong. Urine. Yes. Yes, IO.
You know what's sad? You know
Absolutely.
what's sad, IO, is that urine is the best-selling beer worldwide.
Oh
Now, it's
my.
probably for the same reason that McDonald's is the best-selling hamburger worldwide,
Yep.
because they've got one everywhere. But it's pretty unfortunate.
Telecontest. Okay, let's try that. Is it E? No. Nope, that's not it.
I've got
I
no
thought
clue on this one.
it was Tecate. Huh.
No.
Do you want to give up?
Yeah, I got nothing
That's
on
2
this.
strikes.
That's fine.
Tenants?
That is, interesting.
I've never heard
That's
of
not that. Here's where that throws us off. That's not what's on the tap, because the tap is usually like an odd shape. It's meant to be like look like a pub. It's weird. I think
I've
Nick,
never
if Nick
had.
McDonald were here, he'd be able to weigh in.
There you go. All right, next. Oh man. Oh,
Bass. I don't think that's right.
Keystone Light.
Bass. It's not Bass.
Locker,
I know it's
called
not.
Bass.
I don't really call Bass. I don't think that's it.
Uh,
It's obviously English. I mean, I would think. You know what? Try Red Key. Nope. Anybody?
Anybody.
Got nothing on this one.
If we do this, this is it. So we got to get the rest of them from this on out. This point on out.
I got faith.
I don't. Oh my God.
Ooh, it's because when you get a Bex, you're more concerned about the little gold thing at the top to tear off than you are the label, right?
Troy, that's a good guess, Troy. That was a good guess. Hams.
No.
That's a good guess.
Sadly, Troy, I'd have recognized Hams right away. Because you could get 2 cases of Hams or Wiedemann's for $8, but you couldn't get 1 case for $4. You had to buy 2 cases for $8. And let me tell you, we bought them cases, Evan. We bought them cases.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Little Kings, baby. Little Kings.
Ooh,
that's what I'm saying
Kings.
too. Yes.
Oof.
There you go. All right, next one. Okay, so we got to be perfect. So we need y'all's help. Here we go. Oh.
We may have hit the wall here. Let's see. What are those supposed to be on the crown there?
Yeah, I know. Like birds? No.
They do kind of look like dancing birds, like abstract dancing birds, or birds with really bad feet.
Youngs. No. Wait. No, not Youngs, Troy. Try without the apostrophe. Nope. I'm just doing it.
Who they think going to beat those Bengals?
Beautiful. Dude, I don't know. We got to keep this ship rolling.
Yeah, we're gonna have to punt. I'm sorry, man.
Yep. Oh my God.
I knew I'd seen it. I knew I had seen it. Wow. And here's as bad as no one got that shit. And we should all probably be drinking Corona here pretty soon when the summer comes.
Corona. Damn. All right.
This is like when people ask you what a Super Bowl commercial was for. Instead of, hey, did you see that commercial? They're like, hey, what company was that for? What brand? What were they selling? And you're like, oh, fuck, I don't know.
Right.
It was 7 dudes yelling at each other on the phone. I don't know. By the way, have you noticed that one of the main guys from the Budweiser commercials from like a decade ago is now in all the fucking commercials? He's a light-skinned black dude with kind of he's got like I wouldn't even call it a fro. It's just kind of curly and up.
Okay.
And he's in a whole bunch of commercials now. It's funny. It's like, well, fuck it, make a career out of it.
Interesting. There you go.
Established
What?
1758 with a horseshoe on
What?
it.
Yeah. Well, it's a magnet. It looks like.
Oh, it is a magnet. Well, I suppose. Be an odd shaped foot.
Um, is it
Magners?
Magners?
No, that's a black bottle.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Damn it.
If this game like takes off for punctuation, I'd be a little pissy.
I would too. All
Come
right,
on,
we're
fucker!
giving
I
up.
spelled the word. Yeah, let's just get through it.
What is this piece though?
I know.
What is that
I
right
know.
there?
Like, is that where R2D2 plugs
Is that
in?
an apostrophe? Is that an apostrophe?
Read everything in the. Oh, it could be.
Yes, it is.
John Smith.
John
Well, here's the
Smith.
problem. No one drinks this fucking swill. At least the other beers on here I've had. The fuck.
Next one.
Miss.
Okay.
There might as well just be a plain white thing that comes up, and I'll just say beer.
I think I got this one.
Nuki Browns. Yep.
There we go.
Good. You know
got that one. We're back. We're back on the winning.
You know our mutual friend, Mr. McDonald. We used to.
This is his.
Well, when we were young lads, just getting to know the game, the beautiful game, and playing after we got out of college and hanging out, we would go to the Rip, and you could walk in and you could get $2 Newcastle Brown Ale at the mine shaft, which basically meant you went to the mine shaft. So don't judge me. You also could drink. You could drink $2 Newcastle Brown Ale, and I think Nuki's Brown is okay. I mean, it's not great. I'm not holding it up against some of the best craft beer in the world.
No.
I mean, come on.
But it'll do. It'll do.
Yes, it will.
It'll do. I mean, come on, man. We went to the Alley Cat, bro. I mean,
don't you say bad things about the Alley Cat?
No, I love the Alley Cat.
The shitty kid, he's amazing. That is Castle.
What? Is it EL? No.
No. That's an Indian beer. Shit. Oh, damn it.
Troy said it was Matt Collins' wife.
We're gonna need clarification on this, Troy.
I'm out of the loop on that. Matt Collins. Oh, is this one? Wait. Is that what you're saying? The beer is? No, I
think we need clarification. This particular beer, this is Singha. Nope. That's what I get for getting excited. This is an Asian beer.
Yeah.
Pretty sure.
Yeah, I don't know this one, dude. I don't know that one.
I'm gonna be so mad.
Chang.
Damn it. This Chang used to sponsor an awful lot of English teams. They used to sponsor Everton, I believe.
Oh, really? Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've had it. It's
all
decent.
Right. Last one. Last one. Here we. Oh, it's one of my favorites, dude.
That would appear to be a red stripe, so perhaps it's red stripe.
Bam! I love this stuff.
Red stripe is I tell you what, if you find yourself on a beach and you can get this where you crack it open and it's just got a little bit of that ice around it, where the foam kind of turns into a little bit of slush. If you can get your beer, if you can get your red stripe that cold, you're gonna have a good day. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yep. I'm just gonna say, man, thank you, Jamaica.
Oh, okay. Thank you so you make much more sense. For this.
Thank you. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is like I said, my favorite part of the show. And before I turn it over to Aaron, I never do this, but I'm gonna take a little bit of your final word. Those of us who are on here, we absolutely love you, and I absolutely love you, man. The the shittiness that's going on right now, I know for a fact that we're there with you, brother. Okay, we there's no words I can say other than just I love you, and it's going to be it's going to be one of those things where we all just we don't know what to say, other than just that we care. And at this point we're not friends, we're family. And shout out goes to you, and your family. I the wherewithal and the strength that it took to come on here tonight, man, and just forget about things for a while. I thank you for that. I thank you for making this a sacred place, brother. And that's just what I want to say tonight. You are absolutely awesome. And there's so many people that love and care for you and your family. I just want you to know that we're here. Okay. So
I appreciate that, man. And I feel it. I'm so glad that we have this forum to kind of air it out, just talk, real talk. And I appreciate everybody. I appreciate your sentiment. If you've been through it, there's really nothing. There's no way to describe it, and I'm going through it, and there's no way to describe it. It hasn't fully hit yet, but what has hit is, fuck. Hold your loved ones tight. Tell them you love them. Get over fights quickly. Live each day like you might not see people. I know it's tough. It's such a slogan. It's kind of cliche, and it's difficult. It's difficult to do that. It really is. It's difficult to just try to be 100 all day, every day. And we all need a break. We all need to do a lot of different things to distract ourselves. But if there's people you care about and you haven't talked to them for a while, pick up the phone, go visit them, hug them with a mask on. And I tell you what, I'm really looking forward to a time when I can see you all and hang out and be together. It'd be great. Because I think if any of y'all ever were around this woman, you will never forget your experience. I can tell you that. I absolutely tell you that. She was something else. And I'm gonna do one more.
Yep. I already poured one. I've met Jackie only once, and that was, you know what? That was such a
it's a lot.
Sweet time.
It can be a lot.
It was a sweet time, man, because she knew that you cared about her boys. And what that did was that made you, in her heart as well.
Troy, thank you. He'll appreciate that, man. He will. To Jackie. Y'all, thanks for tuning in. We're going to keep doing it. You better keep showing up.
Ryan, glad you tuned in, brother. Check us out next week, man. Love you. And let me know if you need anything, man. Glad you're able to get on. But my friend, I love you.
Love you too, brother.
Absolutely do.
I get to say it this time. Black people vote.
Black people vote.